Well, a win for the Trump administration as an appeals court rules that the president can command California's National Guard and leave troops in Los Angeles while the issue is debated in federal court. California's Governor Gavin Newsom calls Trump's command, quote, authoritarian. The president called in those troops to stop riots during protests against ICE agents who are enforcing the administration's immigration policies. Now, the ruling comes as Vice President J.D. Vance heads to L.A. today, where he will tour operations and command centers as ICE agents continue their raids. NewsNation's Nancy Liu has been following these developments, joins us live now from L.A. So, Nancy, the court's siding with President this time.
This time, Kelly, that court win means 4,000 National Guard members will remain deployed here in Southern California for now, though Governor Gavin Newsom says the fight is not over. And neither are the raids, with ongoing reports of ICE teams chasing and detaining people in immigration operations all over the region. Dozens arrested outside a Home Depot in Hollywood. And according to witnesses, a pregnant woman working as a food vendor was among those taken away. Dozens of activists descended on Dodger Stadium when word spread that ICE was staging there. The Dodgers claimed denying access, while ICE claimed they were never there. Now, the past day also brought enforcement actions at a Walmart, car wash, and Lowe's store. DHS has not yet released a total number of people detained in California since these raids began, but it's suspected to be in the thousands. So the agency is working to increase detention capacity, arranging to convert this former prison facility in California City, which is at about an hour north of LA. An opening date has not yet been announced, but the site will be able to house nearly 2,600 detainees to become the state's largest migrant detention center. As you mentioned, Vice President J.D. Vance will be in L.A. later today. He just departed Washington on Air Force Two. The VP is expected to deliver remarks later after touring a federal joint operations center and meeting with leadership and Marines on the ground here. Kelly?
All right. So, Nancy, what is next when we talk about this battle in the courts?
Well, the appeals court ruling allows President Trump to keep using the California National Guard to support immigration enforcement. In their opinion, the three-judge panel concluded that the president likely acted within his authority in federalizing the National Guard. Well, despite the ruling, the governor is claiming a partial victory over the questioning of authority, in a statement saying, "The president is not a king and is not above the law. We will press forward with our challenge to the President Trump's authoritarian use of U.S. military soldiers against citizens." And on Truth Social, President Trump noted the court win and the national implications, implying federalization of guard units in other states, if warranted. Kelly?
Yeah, the ripple effects, a big deal in all of this. Nancy Liu, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.